Ma'am, can you state your name for the record?
Jasmine Diana Kane.
And ma'am, you were previously in this court. Is that true?
Yes, ma'am.
And you understand that Judge Washington Hill was included in a signature block in one of your previous orders. You understand that, right?
Yes, ma'am.
But she was not the person who signed your previous order. Is that true?
Yes, ma'am.
And you're okay with us proceeding today and having Judge Washington Hill preside over your case. Is that true?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Your Honor requests to permission to proceed.
You may proceed.
Okay. Your Honor, we would like to proceed with a default. We show that the father was served and he is not present today and has not filed an answer. Permission to proceed with the default.
You may proceed.
Ma'am, can you state the name of the children?
Naomi Kanice Campbell's, Nairi Autumn Campbell's.
And ma'am, is it true that today we're adding the second child, the youngest child, to this case, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and what's the child's name again?
Nairi Autumn Campbell's.
Okay, and ma'am, those two children live with you,
Yes, they both live with me.
and you do not live with the father, correct?
No, I do not.
And you're not married to the father, is that correct?
But no, ma'am, I am not.
Okay, and let's state the name of the biological father of those children.
Krag Campbell the Second.
And ma'am, is it true for the youngest child, the child that we're adding today, that you guys filled out an acknowledgement of paternity? Is that true?
Yes, ma'am, we did.
Okay, and Your Honor, if you can, we'd like for you to take judicial notice of the acknowledgement of paternity attached to the state's petition.
So noted.
And ma'am, let's talk a little bit about the circumstances regarding the father. Is it true that he was served in county jail?
Yes, ma'am, he was.
And is it your testimony that he's in jail or that he's out of jail?
He's out of jail.
Okay, so he hasn't been in prison, is that correct? Where he has a long, lengthy sentence, correct?
He was in prison in the beginning, but he just got out the county from, busting my window and kicking my door in and all that, and
Okay.
charges.
Okay, so let's get to that, the family violence first, and then we'll get to your what you're wanting as a result of that. Okay, is there a protective order active right now?
Yes.
Okay, and it's for you, a protection order for you and the children, or just the children?
It's just for me.
Okay, and you got that as a result of your criminal case?
Yes.
Okay, and so were there acts of family violence that led to that protective order being issued?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and did those acts, we're in 2025, did those acts happen within the last 2 years?
Yes.
Okay, let's talk about the most recent one first, okay? So when was the most recent act of family violence?
January the 18th of 2025.
Okay, and tell us what happened on that day.
On that day, it was a lot of commotion. He was screaming through the door, bitch, let me in, let me in, let me in, or I'm gonna kick the door down, or I'm gonna break the window. And I proceed to, yell through the door, tell him to no, I'm not letting you in, just leave my residence. And maybe I could say maybe about 30 minutes of us arguing back and forth through the door. After that, all I heard was a glass just broke. And then he came through the window. Once he came through the window, he had something in his hand. And once he, got all the glass off him or whatever, he stood up and I had Nairi in my hand, my 1-year-old. And once he raised his hand, I seen the gun. And after that, I called my baby godparents. and I let them know what was going on. I had her on FaceTime, and even my baby godparents were just telling him, Craig, just leave, just leave, just leave. It was just, it was outrageous behavior.
Okay, so I have a follow-up question. Um, was this incident reported to the police?
Yes, it was.
Okay, and was he arrested at that time?
He wasn't arrested on that day, but they arrested him March 30th.
Okay, on that March date that he was arrested, did that arrest stem from this incident?
Yes.
And as a result of this incident, is that why you were issued the protective order?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and to your knowledge, has he been found guilty of any family violence crime?
Not to my knowledge. All I know that he took a plea deal for 4 years probation.
Okay, as a result of this case, is that true?
Yes.
Okay, so as a result of this case, it's your testimony today that he's on 4 years probation.
Yes.
Okay, and ma'am, besides that incident, has there been any other incidents within the last 2 years?
Um, there was an incident that happened back in June 23rd of 2024. Just right after because I had Naira in March. So we ended up getting into it in June.
Okay, was it can you tell me a little bit about that incident?
Um, that incident was he was staying out all night drinking or whatever. That night he was over there, helping me with the baby. He was staying out all night drinking and stuff like that, and he came in the house, and it was his time to get the baby. This before I even knew he consumed any alcohol. Once he came in, I said, "Hey, the baby is crying. Get her," because I had her all day. So I was doing the day shift. He was supposed to do the night shift.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
I laid back down. Once I heard like a little splash on my floor, like somebody peeing or something like that, and I raised up. I'm like, I know he ain't peeing on my floor. So I raised up and I noticed he peed on our baby clothes, her newborn clothes, and that's when the incident started.
Did it become physical?
It didn't become physical until later on that day, to maybe about, I could say maybe about 4 or 5 o'clock ish, where
And
I
did you
was
put
I
hands
was
on him or did he put hands on you? Who
putting
became
hands on
physical?
me first, and then I put hands back.
Okay. Was the police called, ma'am?
Yes, they was, but
Okay.
by the time the police got there, he left and fled to his mom's house.
Okay. And did any criminal charges come because of that incident?
Yes.
Okay. And did he spend any time in jail because of that incident?
Yes. So all the charges, when they picked him up March 30th from the June incident and the January, all that was combined once they picked him up.
Okay. And this has all been in Dallas County, ma'am?
Yes.
Okay. And ma'am, let's switch gears and talk about conservatorship. Are you asking the judge today to be named joint managing conservator with the father or sole managing conservator with
So
the father for these two children?
manager conservator.
Who makes the day-to-day decisions over the children's lives?
I do.
Okay, and let's talk a little bit about safety. Has he ever hurt the children?
No, he's not never hurt the children.
So do you have any concerns with him having access with the children?
I don't have no concerns with him having access to the children. He never physically harmed them, but I would like for it to be supervised visitation.
Okay, and we'll get to that in a minute. Um,
Oh well,
ma-
you know what? One incident when I had a CPS case with Naomi, that happened when Naomi was like 15, 16 months. He had jumped out the window with her, and once I noticed that, because his mom called and told me that. I called my CPS caseworker, and After my drug test, because we both had to take drug tests. And once my drug test came back clean, that's when I was giving Naomi back at that time. But
Okay, ma'am. And
he jumped out the window with my oldest child.
okay, let's get the time frame for that. When did that happen?
That happened 2020. That happened in 2020 because I had just had my second baby. Yeah,
And is CPS case still open?
February of 2020.
Is that CPS case still open?
No, they closed it.
So there's no restrictions from CPS you having access to these children.
No.
And there's no CPS from CPS restrictions of the father having access to these children. Is that true?
Yes, ma'am. There's no restriction.
Okay, and let me go back to my other question. You live in Dallas County, right?
Yes.
To your knowledge, does a father live in Dallas County?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am, do you want the freedom to move anywhere on the earth with the children, or do you want to make a promise to stay in Dallas County with these children?
I want to move anywhere.
Okay, do you currently have any plans, like a lease or a job offer in a different city?
No, not right now.
Okay. And ma'am, to your knowledge, is the father working?
No, he's not.
Okay, to your knowledge, is he disabled?
No, he's not disabled.
So he has the ability to at least hold down a minimum wage job. Is that true?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, the state has calculated child support for two children based on guideline support, and we're asking that child support be set at $270. Are you okay with that?
Yes,
And let's talk about medical coverage. Ma'am, what type of insurance do the children have right now?
they have Medicaid Parkland.
Okay, and ma'am, do you have anything else available as far as insurance options for your children?
No, ma'am.
Okay, as such, the state is asking that medical support be set at $113 for these children. Are you okay with that?
Yes, ma'am.
And ma'am, is it true that in the past the father was ordered to pay you child support?
Yes.
Has he made every single payment?
No.
Okay, and ma'am, the state has calculated a cumulative judgment. What that means is two amounts and a total amount for child support. And we're asking today that child support arrears be confirmed in the amount of $8,475. Are you okay with that?
Yes.
Is there any reason that you would think that my calculation is incorrect for child support?
No, ma'am.
Okay. And we're asking that the father pay off that child support amount at $125 per month. Are you okay with that?
Yes, ma'am.
And the state also calculated medical support judgment. We're asking that today the judge confirm medical support in the amount of $5,595.30 to be paid off at $100. Are you okay with that?
Yes, ma'am.
And ma'am, let's talk a little bit about what the 8,000 plus judgment includes. You have one child that is about 19 months years old, right?
Yes.
During the last 19 months for that child specifically, has the father provided you any support?
No.
Okay, so do you understand that the big amount that I read, the $8,475 includes a retroactive amount of child support for that child? Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
And you're okay with that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Ma'am, let's talk a little bit about visitation. So, you are proposing that there be supervised visitation. Is that true?
Yes.
And is that because of the family violence concerns that you have had?
Yes.
And ma'am, you have found two people that are willing to do supervised visitation.
Yes.
What are their names?
Akira Banks Williams and Ariana Williams.
And what's their relationship to the children?
Their godparents.
Okay. And is it true that you want visitation on Sundays, the first and third weekends, from 1 to 3?
Yes.
Is it true that you want that visitation to occur at the McDonald's, 8055 South Loop 12, Dallas, Texas, 75217?
Yes.
And is it true that you want the father to provide you 72-hour notice of his intent to visit with the children? Is that true?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so let's go backwards a little bit. Tell Judge Washington Hill why you think supervised visitation is needed in this case.
I think supervised visitation is needed in this case due to the domestic violence. His anger. He never physically harmed the kids, but it always been me. Like we can just have a conversation, and it just go left.
Okay, ma'am.
And
Um,
based on the threats that he had made towards me, you know.
okay, ma'am. And what do you think would happen if he had unsupervised visitation with the children?
Like I stated, he never physically harmed the children, but me and him gonna end up fighting.
Okay, and do you understand? Well, I retract my question. Let me see if there's anything else. Ma'am, is there anything else that you would like to add?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Your Honor, I pass this witness.
Okay, I have a question. Does he have any other children?
No, he does not.
Okay. And you want his visitation to be from 1 to 3 p.m. on Sunday indefinitely?
Yes.
Okay, you don't think you said he hasn't had any problems with harming the children, correct?
No, ma'am, he has not.
Okay, and does he live with his mom?
Yes, he stays with his mom, to my knowledge.
His mom can't supervise the visitation?
No, she's a drug. No, she do drugs. No.
Okay. Okay. Um, then I will grant the default order that mom be sole managing conservator, that she be primary with no geographic restriction. Order supervised visitation from 1 to 3 p.m. on Sunday, supervised by the children's godparents at the McDonald's on Loop 12. Order that mom maintain government health insurance. Order cash medical support of $113 per month. Order child support of $270 per month. Order a cumulative child support judgment against Mr. Campbell in favor of the Attorney General of Texas in the amount of $8,475. Order that judgment paid at $125 per month. Order a medical support judgment of $5,595.30 and order that judgment paid at $100 a month. All start dates will be October 1st, 2025. And Miss Correa, you didn't ask for a non-disclosure, so I take it she doesn't want one?
Your Honor, I didn't. You're right. I didn't ask for that, and I should have.
Do you want to ask her some questions?
I can. Yes, Your Honor. Thank you for that opportunity. I'll recall the mother, Jasmine Kane. Ma'am, would you like your address to remain private from this court record?
Yes.
Okay. What do you think would happen if the father had your address?
I mean, he knows where I live at to this day, and there has been nothing but domestic violence.
Okay. Do you understand that a non-disclosure would keep your address private if you move? Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
And as such, are you requesting judge to grant you a non-disclosure of your address?
Yes, ma'am.
I pass as witness.
And the non-disclosure is granted. Ms. Kane, do you have any questions?
No, Your Honor.
All right, then thank you for appearing here today and you're free to go.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.